So there's three whole people here. Anyway, oh, so now back to juggling. Anyway, thank you, Heavenly Father God, the Most High God. Thank you. I'm grateful and thankful. I'm not going to even say anything else. I'm say thank you for my beautiful day. The wind is blowing. I'm grateful and really thankful for another day. So I appreciate everything. I am so honored and so grateful the fact that I have waking up today. So I'm thankful for that. So thank you, Father God. Thank you, my Lord Jesus, my Savior, for my many lesson and my many blessing. I'm pretty sure this might be another lesson, for me to hold on, and I'm okay with that. But first and foremost, I know that I have there's no need for me to to come in here to say anything about anything anymore, because the four ones blocking, they're blocking the people from hearing these videos. So I don't see the reason that I need to come in here and say anything, because I realize that the minute that I turn this on, they try to, disconnect it. Um, I say this to say, or if anyone just passing by, thank you guys to give the video a thumbs up and like, share, and comment and subscribe. It might help you, it might not help you. So again, I am at my, at my ends when it's come to this situation. So I'm not gonna let it take over my life. I felt like I am too old for that. You know, a lot of people went through a lot of stuff in their lives. You can, it doesn't matter what it is in your lives. I'm not going to sitting there be naive and thinking like, I'm the only one in this world that go through stuff, you know, and remove themselves from it. Right now, there's only three people, and I don't know how to get to the rest of the people. There is thousands of people that are involved in this situation, but they're gonna have to remember that I am one person. When all of these people went on a rampage of, you know, allowing for the Four of Wands, the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, some of these people are to say, to tell people, oh, she has abundance and stuff like that. You need to abuse her. You need to abuse her, you need to tracking her, you need to follow her because she has abundance. These folks doesn't know that they are being led into literally nowhere but purgatory. Literally. Because since they're not allowing this video to be viewed, you know, I am still being Ten of Swords. These folks combined, colluded, collaborated, partnering with these low vibrational people to literally hurt me physically because they are not getting what they want. So some of these people felt like, because they're told, some of these people, even, the four ones, the King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, King of Cups, they also like say that, let's partner to, to create, to see if we can sacrifice her, to the group. But we all know this is not how this was supposed to be in. Again, I don't know who that I need to speak with, and how can I get to people for them to know that you trying to hurt me physically because I told the truth. Okay, so this is out of the question for now, right? You're blocking my entire channel, but it is not my channel you're black. You cannot block my spiritual path. So you're trying to come in on my back, because literally right now, as above so below in 3Ds, everybody's stuck in their head because the King of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, they decided that they wanted to control my life. What's going on? How things supposed to be? Instead of just like say, changes here, we gonna we not gonna we might not accepted it, but we're gonna acknowledge it and then let go of whatever. Y'all do not have to listen to me, but you're also going to have to let go of your obsession with me, of the competition you got going on with in my life. I am not in competition with nobody. You're choosing your competition. You decided you want to find out who I was as a person. You thought like that, I was in some type of, famous and, wealthy and things like that. But then again, you realize that no, she's an earth angel. That's even better. We're gonna try to turn it around and stuff like that. So now you're having all of these people that is projecting death. Literally, you're creating, you want people to, to projecting death on me. You want people to hurt me physically. Can you imagine every single day that you wake up, like, someone decided they want to hurt you. They want to hurt you literally every single day for no reason at all. So you don't want those people to heal. You don't want them people to heal by blocking me. Shame on you. You do not want these people to heal. You do not want them to hurt. You do not want anybody, but y'all sent them after me to hurt me. Instead of just tell the truth. Instead of tell the truth of what happened. I don't need to come in here. Instead of tell the truth to tell these people what happened. I do not have to open my mouth. I did not have to come in here, because I know once I come in here and speaking and stuff like that, people are gonna start following me. People are gonna stop tracking me. And I'm not talking about like this, y'all tell these, I'm not talking about like, people from online and stuff like that. The Four of Wands, y'all decided that you're blocking me from these people, from them to heal, because you don't want them, the people that that been taking a ride with y'all, that is ordering from y'all don't want all that happen. I am so okay with that, but why involve me in it? Why involve me in it? I said that to you guys, and I'm going to say that please forgive me for telling the facts and the truth. I did not know anything about y'all. Y'all came after me. Y'all say that y'all using manipulation and say that, oh, we wanted you to be patient. But every time that I try to go, get my life together, you're overly involved in it. You're overly involved in it. And the funny part is the fact that it looked like every time I'm trying to get my life out of this situation, you guys doesn't want to speak the truth, because you know that it will create. So this is like much um dramatic than you guys might not think, because you're blocking me because you don't want the truth to come out. It's not that you're afraid of conflicts, because you're creating conflicts for me to stack in my head. So the people that you guys are sent after me to create conflicts and stuff like that, which is that I'm okay with that. But y'all try to for them to hurting me because they think like I'm the one who keeping them stuck in their head. Why do y'all do that? I'm not an idiot. And I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna repeat myself and say that as the chosen one and earth angels that I have faith, that I stay in the upright, that lead in righteousness, guess what? I will always have angels with me 24/7. If any little bit of things that they allow to happen to me, they allow it to happen because I need to raise the awarenesses. I need to raise, to awaken people, to open their eyes. But there's always a way for you guys to do this without trying to cause chaos. I already told you guys again. Chaos will break out. Drama, chaos will break out. Because that's what you guys wanted. Excuse me. Y'all doesn't want me to tell the truth. But I have spoke the truth. And I realize also, why would y'all want to tell people that they need to create, why would y'all want to tell people to project in death? So you're basically now literally want me to start in my head for me to sacrifice myself, because that's what you're saying. So I'm going to make peace with whatever that's going on. Y'all want me, see, that's what I'm saying right there. Y'all don't want the video to be viewed because y'all know that I'm telling the truth. Y'all want me to stuck in my head, to trap in my head by juggling entities and stuff. The fact that even if I'm happy, you have these entities that's literally violated my boundaries, because both you guys, y'all know these folks is going to stuck in their head, but then y'all try to sacrifice me for it to be right, which is that will never happen. And y'all know that and I know that, but y'all don't want them to see the video because y'all do not want them to tell the truth, that the fact that you collaborate with these partners, but y'all lead them astray because y'all could not sacrifice me on time. Since y'all wasn't allowed, y'all wasn't allowed to unalive me, so now you're trying to pushing me to my limit to do it, by trying to pushing me to do it, but you don't want the video to be viewed because y'all don't want the world to see y'all looking ugly. It's already out there. It's already out there. So many people has been talking about the truth. But I know, once again, it's entertainment, right? It isn't true. For them, it's gossiping. You guys you're trying to do everything. I do not care. And I am a little bit shocked the fact that you're trying to keep this video still black by not allowing justice to serve the way it's supposed to be. Look at that. It says 0 here. So if that's what you want, why bother me? Why bother me? So you're forcing these people and stuff to try to help me unalive myself, basically. You're forcing the hand of God. Oh my God, you're forcing the hand of God. You're mocking God like you're crazy. I didn't sell my soul to the devil. I didn't sell my soul to anybody. Like I say, one thing about me, I am not dumb. I know that no matter what kind of work that I do, 11 in here. So which prove that I am at the point of the highest level, the highest peak of my spirituality. You cannot try to trick me into believe that my soul has been sold to anybody. You cannot sold my soul. That would be my things to do, and I refuse. I rebuke it. I said no to it. I did not soul my soul. I did not soul any destiny. My all of that belongs to me. It belongs to my lineage. It belongs to me. And at this point in stuff, my soul, my body and soul belongs to me. I did not give any permission, no power to anybody. If I do any work for the right share, I had did it and stuff like that with genuine work, because first and foremost, I have to drive. I have to use my mental capacity. I have spent time with myself doing the work, mileage. There was nothing given to me for free. So if you try to unalive me by try to say that, oh, you want me to be stuck in my head, you want me to be trapped in my head to try to sacrifice me, you try to do these things and stuff like that, you need to sit tight and wait. I'm not projecting anybody. Sit tight and wait, because you're letting the Four of Wands leading you astray by blocking me, by not listening to what I've been trying to say. It's fine by me. It's fine by me. I do not have to defend myself about this. I will ask my Heavenly Father God permission. If I have been defended myself, you chose to blocking me because you don't want these people to know. So now they kept secret. They kept secrets. The Four of Wands, the Chariot, they all kept secrets. The fact that this was about them, for them to change their lesson for them and stuff like that. Whatever they was doing, excuse me guys, my nose is itching. Whatever that was doing for them to stop, instead of them try to stop, they want to unalive me because, again, they don't want to lose business. I understand they're creating there. I understand that. Like I say, I did not have to be involved in the Four of Wands business at all, because I know that whomever that is watching me, they're watching me for the Four of Wands. They're spying on me for the Four of Wands. This didn't have not to go that far. I'm not asking anything from the Four of Wands. I'm not asking anything from the King of Pentacles. You guys went online tracking me, following me, and then once that get out of control, you send the partners, you send your friends, you send everybody, you sent your friends, you sent my own family, you sent my ex and his people, everybody you can think of to think like I did something wrong. So now you're like, well, we need to making sure that as long she don't get enough sleep, as long she, for her to sacrifice herself. I do not know why in the quickly that the Empress want to partner to create and delay instead of went out and tell the truth, say, tell the truth and how these things is. Uh, she didn't do anything to us. We like her, we don't like her, but she never did anything to us. She never disrespected us. Like I say, people need to start the truth, and I'm calling judgment on the Four of Wands. I'm calling judgment on the Four of Wands, and I am placing judgment on the Four of Wands for them to tell the truth about the King of Pentacles and stuff like that. Instead of them telling these people the truth, then, and I'm calling judgment online for the Four of Wands to defend Natasha Julian, the fact that they were tracking me out of jealousy, out of envy, out of hatred, because they find out that, I can do 12-hour shift and then still wake up, on top of that, and then they make them double of the money. The fact that they were, for them to tell the truth, the fact that they was enslaving me by working for them, by stealing from me, they need to tell the truth. That, the King of Pentacles went around with the Queen of Cups, try to involve me in their toxic ways. So, and then what they did when and manipulated, since there's nobody here, I'm gonna went by myself. Went by myself because they went and tried to manipulate it, because at some point and stuff like that, whatever they obsess the Queen of Cups has for the King of Pentacles, she will do anything for whomever the King of Pentacles is. I do not know, but this thing's coming from my energies. She was obsessed, willing to bend over backwards, do anything, flip cut on top of her head, like multiple times, for this man doing flip. Why flip? I don't know what the heck that I'm talking about at this point, but I know exactly what I'm saying. These folks went and manipulating these partners, manipulating a bunch of readers online, manipulating in the entire world, not the entire world, but social media, to think like, oh, she's the reason, she's the problem. But y'all didn't wanted me to be in social media in the first place. Like I said, there's nobody, I'm gonna rent by myself. Y'all wanted me to be, so now y'all wasn't try, they figured like, well, if I cannot enslaving her to do what we want, we're gonna try to turn her, we're gonna try to make sure that we push her to the limit of homelessness. We want to turn her and make her homelessness, because it'll be easier for the hitman to to unalive her, because these folks doesn't really want to unalive me. They want me to do it by like abuse me to the point that I end up hurting myself. I spent a night in my car, someone calling police because they think I'm crazy, but then they think like I'm delusional. The funny part is that I know you call police, when you call them, hi, it's a bird. So, you call them and stuff like that, and not knowing that, you know, when I am in that room, when I go sat in that room, hey, Chair, I don't want to say your name. That's what I call. I say Sherber. You know that when I go into a hotel room that we pay for, I should be able to sleep in peace without that people. Again, I say that people are literally sending entities inside my vessel and try to help me for me to commit suicide. I do not wanna sitting there talking about this. I do not want to entertain, and I do not want to give messages and stuff like that just for, the dark coven, the dark high priestess to entertain themselves. And thank you, Cher, for like the video. I appreciate it. I appreciate that one like. I appreciate it. But my point is that I'm making stuff. Why do you guys thinking like I'm supposed to sacrifice myself because the 401 messed up? You know what? The 401 effed up. They're messed up, because even if anybody's get to cuss and stuff like that, when they're talking about, they can say anything, it's approved. But if I say this stuff like that, it's not approved, because everybody want me to walk in around like a saint, like an angel that I am. And I have, you know what? I'm okay with that too. But why would we suppose, why do the four ones get to do all of these things? Get everybody trapped in their head, get a bunch of high priestesses, a whole lot of psychic, a whole lot of readers, a whole lot of other people, even people that I don't even know and stuff like that, that take a right from me. They felt like they're trapped in the head because of me, so that they are trying to turn towards me. They are trying to hurt me physically, because the Four of Wands and the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, they're all keeping secrets. They're all keeping secrets. These folks even like literally conjuring they're conjuring the underworld, you know, some of the underworld, because there is a fight going on right now between, you know, every other places, you know, in this realm, because that they all know that I'm in the upright, but they all felt like they have been invested. Do what you got to do. That's an airplane, I guess. I guess they are trying to warn me that I should be quiet, hush up, hush up. But people are still tracking me, still following me. People are still tracking me, following me, because the world know the truth. You know, there's a lot of people that know what I've been telling is the truth. Again, I do not care. These people have every right not to tell the truth about what they are doing, and I have every right to defend myself. I don't care how anybody feel about this anymore. I chose to stay away from the negativity, but people started creating conflicts. You know, it's just like for anybody, for you to sat there and not seeing the bigger picture, and all of this is besides me. The bigger picture you're not seeing the facts and the truth. And there's a whole lot of, you know, psychic, that's, you know, high priestess, you know, shaman, you know, dark carving, you know, light and dark. Everybody is in the same momentum right now, because your choice to keep secrets about what the Four of Wands is doing. They are doing the wrong thing. They are trying to sacrifice an archangels and stuff like that because of jealousy, because of energies, because of want to use my destiny. These folks is trying to, you know, they try to swap my destiny. They try to steal my destiny. They try to block my path in your helping. So if you're not gonna tell the truth and stuff like that, you're going to purgatory with them. This is not a projection, it's the facts and the truth. You need to do your research a little bit, because you're not see what's going on. I'm trying to tell the truth. That's why they don't want the video to be viewed. But okay. Everybody know that I speak the truth. I don't have to sitting in here, but I don't understand what is the point of you sitting there and try to collaborate. Y'all cannot try to sacrifice me. It's not gonna make the things better. If I sacrifice, what should I do now? Should I be quiet? Should I just zip my mouth? Or should I just tell the truth? Because there's two people in here. The Four of Wands think like if they kept secrets by telling people that, you know, I am abundance, is best to sacrifice me. So they're leading leading a whole lot of people into purgatory with them. If I sacrifice, even if I commit suicide at this point, it's bringing doomsday, because this is our companies. These are company. It's called nations versus Babylonians. It's gonna call chaos. It's gonna cause chaos. It's nation Babylonian versus the kingdom of God. Just remember, kingdom of God can be one person and you looking at it, whether you like it or not. And that's probably why you're involved churches and stuff like that, because they're too cowards to say that I'm telling the truth. This is not about money, people. This is about do the right things for your soul, for your freedom. I've done what I say I was gonna do, what I promised my father. And I've did it happily, to tell the truth. But right now, the Four of Wands want to keep y'all blocking, for y'all not to see that the fact that they're messing y'all up. Y'all want to turn towards me. Y'all want to cause me physical harm. Y'all don't want me. Y'all want to sitting there creating delay and things like that by coming and holding on my back, by trying to cause me harm so that way I can speak, so they can create a delay instead of just like, you know what? We're gonna, how about we blow up and stuff like that for the whole entire world to know that what you are doing. I bet you they will quickly and try to be like, you know what? Let's fix this behind the scene. But they don't want to do that. They want to black me instead, and then having y'all to tortured me and tormented me, because they are all competing for me now, whether it's online, whether it's over here, whether it's over there. But then one thing that they all have in common is try to see that if they cannot unalive me themselves, they are trying to push me to do it. I'm not going to kill myself. Because I told the partners that, let me see, I told them that, I even apologized to them. I say, you guys are being manipulated to involve yourself in this. You're chopping your head is not because of me. Nobody wanted to listen, because they were more focused on thinking like, if I die, they're gonna get, you're not getting anything. My soul belong in heaven. Like I say, I've been talking to everybody long enough for them to heal now, for them to know the right things to do, so they can, even if you don't want to go to heavens, but at least try to save your soul. If you don't want to save yourself, at least try to save your lineage, your children, your family. Even if you don't have any, I'm pretty sure that if you don't have anybody alive, you have lineage that is still waiting for you to do something, for them to break generation curse. You don't have to listen to me, but you want to listen to the negativity, that's fine by me. Because I know what they are trying to do. They block me and then give the message themselves. Again, it's not solving anything. It's not solving, because that's called stealing, underhanded, doing stuff, doing stuff. Because I know that, there's one here, there's two over there in each of my doors. So there's a lot of, recording going on in here. So it is what it is. I know they are spying for the 4-1s, but they're gonna be really disappointed because I can be quiet. See, they're coming in spy for the 4-1s, try to turn off towards me, and then using manipulation. Don't worry. I work for God. The devil doesn't work for y'all. Y'all work for the devil. So if you're thinking like you're spinning the block on Natasha, no, baby. I can speak all I want. There is no judgment will come at me for speaking the truth. Like I say, I work for God. I work for my Lord Jesus. Y'all work for the devil. Every time that somebody guided y'all to do the wrong things, guided y'all to come after me, or guided y'all to do malicious things to somebody, you're working for the devil. And I am calling judgment. I am calling judgment because y'all try to turn off towards me because of jealousy. You're trying to, I call judgment. I call judgment because you're trying to, I call judgment for justice to be served. Jester, what's up? How are you doing? I'm okay. I'm okay, Jester. How are you? I call judgment because you're trying to towards me. You're trying to hurt me. You're trying to judge. You're trying to hurt me because out of anger, out of jealousy, out of hatred, just because that you was tracking me because you wanted me to work with you. You could have tried to figure it out somewhere as as human beings. Sometimes that before I was awakened and stuff like that, I probably, and I'm going to say that who's trying to hurt you are probably a whole lot of people that I don't even know, people that got money that think like that's money, power, and control. I have been speaking about this for a whole entire 4 years. We are going in 5.5 years now. So they are still trying to do the same thing because everybody that collaborate and stuff using manipulation. So now they try to blocking me financially by trying to not allowing my videos to be viewed, or if I go to work, they try to slow down because they want me to sacrifice myself because I'm broke. I promise you that I won't do that. There is a difference between broke. There's a difference between broke, especially when people are trying to spying for the right shares, for the 4 of 1s, for when you are spying and stuff like that for these people. Like I say, the devil doesn't work for you. You work for the devil. I work for God. I will tell the truth until the day I die, and my soul will be free. That you will all be standing. You will still come in and ask for my apology, and I will decide whether you go to hell or whether you go to the lower bottom of heaven. Thank you, Jester. I appreciate it. You will all come and ask me when judgment day come and stuff like that for what you did to me. You will come in because I've already saw that. I've already saw that on my dream. God's already showed me that I sat on my throne while a whole lot of people, or a lot of people and stuff like that, with their hand tied, with their hand ties and their head bowed down, in a whole lot of long line, and come and asking for forgiveness because they will be me judging you where you go. You're trying to hurting me. You're trying to hurting me because I chose, I chose to find peace in this nasty situation. I have a legion of pure, genuine warrior of angels from my heavenly Father, and I am not afraid of you guys anymore. So I'm not afraid to speak my truth. You can steal, you can take, whatever, but at the end of the day, see, you guys become famous and stuff like that. You guys become famous because I talk about you. I talk about you, but you try to keep it, a secret. Why would anybody like me? I have a lot of understanding. I have a lot of understanding, and I have enough inner wisdom to know that, you know, you all become karmic because you're competing for me, and then you're trying to hurt me physically on top of this. Instead of, trying to figure it out, like, okay, for me, if this one was slow and stuff like that, I will go to this. So which is mean that I will share. But then you're trying to steal my destiny, my path, by breadcrumbing me. And then on top of that, you're trying to convince other people to projecting death on me. You're trying to projecting people, you're trying to manipulate these people to telling them that, oh, you're gonna be tracking your head because of her. But they know darn well that's not true. That's because they do underhanded stuff. They were coming and try to steal energies. Y'all guided these people. Y'all led these people astray and stuff for them to be in purgatory. Because you wanted to murder me literally, that you think you will get something. Again, I am not that stupid. I know better. Nobody, not my children, not my mom, not my dad, not my brother, not my sister, not friends. Nobody can sell your soul to nobody unless you literally say yes to it. Thank you, Jester. That's what I'm trying to do. But you know, sometimes if you don't say anything and stuff, people think that, oh, you scared, but they try to do everything in their power. But I know right now, me giving these messages and stuff like that is for a whole lot of other people that to beneficial financially, which is that's okay with me if that's what they want to try to do. But what do unto you what you want done to others. So I felt like these folks thinking like they are taking something, you know, they are taking away from me by trying to bully me, say, you know, telling people that. So is that not they're telling people that, oh, you need to follow her, you need to tracking her for this, that, and the third. So people are doing all of these things right now for fucking no reason instead of just be honest. I live in a freaking hotel room because I was guided to get out of my, you know, my own place to stay. My own place to stay. At my age, no, now I have to live like homeless because I was being pushed to be like that. I was being pushed to live like a homeless person. The bill doesn't stop. But I promise you, what you did, whether it's to me or to other people, the truth will come out. When I was speaking about this, I had wished that they had let the truth come out and it will be over with. But now everybody was like, oh, it's our friends. We don't want friends, you know, we don't want to lose and stuff. She's one person if we sacrifice her. No. You sacrifice an earth angel in this is age of Aquarius. The wall bearer. You sacrificing earth angels and stuff like that, all it's gonna bring is drama as above so below in 3Ds. You don't see things actually change. You don't see that, you know, that everybody is that try to hide who they are. The truth is coming out from everybody. You're not getting it still. But you wanna supporting people that are try. You wanna support murderers. You wanna support bullying. You wanna supporting stalkers. You wanna support molesters. You wanna supporting people that actually kidnappings. That's what you want to do. But the four of wands sitting there gloriously still making money while they try to guide in your. Thank you, Jester. Oh, I'm pretty sure I will. I'm pretty sure I will. I've already went through most of it. I already went through most of it. When you are dead and come back to life, I've already went through most of it. Most of it. But now these people cannot do anything that to me. They cannot do anything to me. They haven't done yet. What now? They're just using manipulation. They're just using manipulation and witchcraft behind the scene. Witchcraft behind the scene that is hurting a whole lot of people But then they try to tell these people that, oh, it's my fault to attack me, instead of tell these people the truth, instead of let things go. So that's what I'm calling judgment. The King of Pentacles need to start somewhere. He need to call these investigators. The King of Pentacles need to call the investigators. He needs to tell them the truth, because when you tell the news something, and then somebody imposter become the news and stuff and telling you that your story is not good enough to tell, and then the whole entire world telling you that you are famous, so that, airplane, helicopters, and anything you can think of followed you and stuff. It is time for the truth to come out. The Queen of Cups need to tell the truth about the King of Pentacles, the fact that they were collaborated together to do anything and everything by using manipulation, by using witchcraft, by transferring poison inside my vessel, by trying to unalive me, by working with the Newtown Atlantic apartment and stuff. They work with Newtown Atlantic apartment, and the manager, yeah, they tried to choke me for me not to tell the truth and stuff. They were working with that apartment, to that apartment. There were literally like one, two, three, four building. Every Now think about 4 unit building, okay? 4 unit building. Everybody attacking you 24/7. These folks did not go to work. All they were doing was harvesting my energies. They do not go to work. They just stay there doing magic 24/7, death magic. So trust me, just because the 4 of Wands, I didn't even know they were all of doing that. I was at that apartment and stuff. The manager herself come. They have some type of little room that has camera in it. She bring her friends. They cover the windows just so I don't see. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it. They covered the window. They covered the window. There was a lady that have long dreads and stuff. I saw her. I saw her. She was in that. She was in that Acura. She was in that Acura. That was the manager from that office. They were all attacking me. She's sitting there watching me, and then now they're using scam. They're even using some type of scam to send me in credit after a judge and the lawyer. I asked them, I said, do I have to do anything or pay anything before I leave? They told me no, that said just leaves. So now they are trying to send it me in credit for $9,000 by using the minute that they open a new. So I guess that these folks has, like I said, they have legs and hands. 11:44. So thank you, angels. Thank you for being here. They open a new account. They went open a new collection agency, to put me in collection agency just to get money, just so I can be homeless, so it'll be easy access to unalive me. And all of these things was because the 4 of Wands decided that they wanted to tracking me, for whatever reason. Like I said, there was church involved, temple, there was, everybody that you can think of. The Y shares company that I put close cycle out with them. One of them, I literally worked like at least 10 years with them. Cycle close with them. They thought like, when I embark in because you have to understand that by the time I was 40, I was done. I had done all my work. I had done all my spiritual healings, even what happened to me as a child, when it's come to, whatever that happened to me as a child. I felt like I've talked about these things enough. Maybe one day I will give the details, which I would defend it myself. I talk about this. I'm not working from them anymore. I am healed from them, but I can speak about them if I want to, so that way people knows that, oh wow, she actually went through it. But yes, I am blessed. All I ask God that, that is to give me the capacity, the strength, the courage to be alive today. And he granted me that wish to be a chosen one, because he know that my loyalty, my loyalty is unwavering. My faith is unwavering. That I am devoted faithfully with love and compassion. So I have so much love to give, but I have to sitting there explaining to people what's been going on with me every single day, and what's happening in their lives has nothing to do with me. They know now it's the four of ones, because they're blocking me. They don't want these people to come out of this. They don't want these people to come out of it, but they want me to sitting there taking responsibility that they are trying to turn off towards me, because of what the 4-1 did to those people. Whatever they have done, I can't take responsibility for somebody else's action. I'm sorry. And again, I'm not sorry, but I'm not going to take responsibility for someone else's action. They should have known better, because they went and do background check on me while I wasn't even working for them, with them, because I wasn't working for them, I was working with them. So they went and do background check on me, which is illegal. They have been watching me, they have been watching me, stalking me, which is again, that's illegal. They have been recorded me, again, which is, that is by the court of law, that is illegal. But because they have friends in high places, they're like, well, we're just gonna swipe it under the rugs for you. You do not have to do anything. But instead of them quit, they collaborate with, like, homeless people, people that have been in jail, or they collaborate with group, they collaborate with covens, with secret society, with masons, with Eastern Stars. So they collaborate when. So this is the people that literally, that, do you know how worried the world will be if these things come out? My point exactly. So why can you do the right things? You don't want the truth. The 4 of Wands doesn't want the truth to come out. Why can you just do the right thing by me? Why can you do the right things by me? I deserve it, and I am worthy of it. I deserve my justice, because I didn't do anything. If I tell the truth about you, the fact that you will try to sacrifice, the people that drive with you, by sending entities inside their vessel, by using manipulation, by transferring entities inside their vessel, either that for them to be distracted, or you create distraction, or you create for them to start to speed, so you can sacrifice them, so that you can stay on top of your business. Hello? Shared giving information. You're coming on my energies. You're coming on my energies, and the truth come out. Nothing that I can do about it. I wasn't obsessed. With y'all. I was obsessed living my life. I was obsessed making sure that my bills pay. But again, you are out of jurisdictions also, because this is Alfreda. You are Roswell. I'm not invested. I'm not invested in giving information. But they are trying to do the same thing, because they are trying to create delay to sacrifice me, instead of your telling the truth. instead of them telling the truth, instead of them telling the truth and say this is what happened. The emperor said she was to say she was paranoid, but they are trying to create and delay and stuff like that, and then give these people information. Oh, we need to create and delay, so so she can sacrifice herself, so she can commit suicide, and then so it will be the end, because after that the truth will never come out again. The truth will never come out again. Once all of that happened and stuff like that, like I say, I wish that that man was listening to me. I wish that investigator had listening, instead of hurry up and let the emperor manipulating him, say that I was paranoid. This will be over right now if he had took some action and stuff like that to find out why did he say, why that the investigator, why he didn't told the truth, why he didn't actually contact the as the emperor. Why do you say that, to say that she's paranoid, that way that the truth will come out, at least that these folks will know that what I'm saying is the truth. But instead now they are try to making sure that a whole lot of people felt like that I am crazy, or she's crazy. We need to try to keep her in her head by creating delay. So the more delay we create, the more she will be in her head. So that way, so she will sacrifice herself. So when we come in and hold on her back and stuff like that, which is that it will cause a 10 of swords, because it's actually very painful for somebody to do that. Because I saw the thing from somebody's phone and stuff like that, where they put that thing on my back and stuff. So they try to project you to have 10 of swords, and then on top of that, they have these dark high priestesses, this dark coven that following me everywhere, to say that, oh, we're just doing magic, to making sure that they're tracking her everywhere she goes. As long as they're tracking her everywhere she goes and stuff, it will be 10 of swords. This is not me giving information because of money. I just want my life back. I want my peace back. I want the 4 of Wands to pay for everything they have done to me. So if you're not gonna arrested me, then you need to make a decision to do the right things. Because when I was at the apartment and stuff like that, there was an officers and stuff like that was there and stuff like that. He knows what's going on, and they keep all of that a secret. They kept all of that a secret. And I call upon my heavenly fathers and stuff like that for the truth to be served, for the truth to be told, for everybody to tell the truth, because I didn't do anything wrong to deserve all of this. People online are telling the truth, but then you don't want me to tell the truth because they try to block me from telling the truth. I call judgment. I call judgment. If they are not going to tell the truth, okay, so it is, thank you for the confirmation. If they are not going to tell the truth, I call judgment for the conflicts to keep going until they get caught, because the apartment was involved in it, involved in try to sacrifice me, try to steal energy, try to unalive me. The apartment was involved, all of these people, and then on top of that, we have freaking Uber that decided that they wanted to tracking me because of jealousy of me having abundance, something that I didn't even know that I have. My God kept that a secret from me, because he knew that maybe if I know, he knew that since that I am supposed to be telling the truth at all time, am I actually telling my own, telling on myself. So now you're trying to telling everybody, oh, she's abundant, you need to tracking her, holding on her back. So all of these people are stuck and trapped in their head. So everywhere that I go, So try to push me to be homeless, try to having people using lies, try people pretend that they are my friends, just so that, because there was like, well, why do you need to talk about that? I never want to talk about this because I quit when I was living in where I was living in North Coast. I left there. I left there because I thought, like, you know what? Maybe they just make a mistake. Maybe there was investigated, maybe there was like somebody lies and stuff like that. But it was the truth. It was a fake investigation. It was a fake investigation. So whenever that I go inside this apartment, I go inside this room of this hotel and stuff like that, the person that is in room 301, the 304, they are still juggling entities. They are still trying to juggling poison and stuff like that. But you'll keep all of that a secret because all of these partners, all of these people is going to all of these things just because that the four of wands told them that, it's best that I get off YouTube, it's best that I get off social media, and then so they can sacrifice me for my destiny, for my soul, because I am a chosen one and of angels, because nobody have that kind of amount of abundance and stuff. Because they keep sitting there and try to like call judgment to ten of swords me. I'ma call judgment to return the ten of swords back at everybody that's sending to me and stuff like that. Like I say, if you're gonna do something, you can do it, because I didn't deserve what happened to me. I was doing love readings. I was guided to do literally love readings, embarking, because there's a lot of things I'm pretty good at. I don't need to repeat them in here. There's a lot of things I'm actually pretty good at that people might not even never know about me. But since I work for these companies, they realize that they learn things about me. So now they feel like, well, we need you to stay small. We need you to stay at the bottom, because if you keep speaking, if you still speaking publicly, you're gonna become famous. But that's my birthright. That's my birthright. I was dead. I was born dead. God revived me. So whatever that I earn, I deserve it. And then after that, you'll try to unalive me. I was dead again when I was at Atlantic apartment. So everything that I get, I deserve it. I earn it. My mom told me. My mom said that within whatever, I'm not gonna tell everything. She said that, yeah, that I was dead. Once they give birth to me, I was dead. When she gave birth to me, I was dead. That's why people I say that she's not my mom and things like that. Like I say, for whatever reason and stuff like that, I had a whole conversation and stuff, because people was trying to create conversation, was trying to create a lot of illusion and confusion and stuff. That's why I stopped listening to readers and stuff, and I started leaning to my own intuition. That's the reason that I know about the Four of Wands. Because I realized that both Four of Wands, the Chariot, including the informant, they were all keeping secret. They were all keeping secret the fact like things had changed. And they never told me anything, nobody's anything, but they're all keeping the secrets and still try to attacking me for the same thing. But the funny part is the fact that I know that when their court was over, because I realized that there was a whole lot of people, the only time these people doesn't do it, they stop doing things, you know, they stop doing things is when they're sending, you know, like public defenders, you know, whatever, public defenders or, you know, paralegal. That's the only time they didn't do things to me. When those people are there, they act like everything is, you know, these folks watching me like is, you know, Uncle Gory, but they don't say anything. And I don't know why I'm being tracking and followed and stuff. I don't know why I'm still being tracking and followed. I never get the chance. It's basically that, it's basically the Four of Wands. They're all of them. Is basically the all of Wands get victory. They get victory by bullying me because they are, you know, let's slip that under them, under the mat, right? We, because they have friends in high places, we can keep that a secret, but then they're still doing the same thing after they won. Because if they're not letting the situation, if they're not letting the situation, you know, to publicize, okay, if they're not letting what happened to publicize, which means you're one, you were supposed to, the lesson was supposed that you're moving on from this, you're moving on from this, you'll leave me alone. Even if I had to start a brand new channel and stuff like that, that will be my own little justice. But then instead of you're doing that, you're still focused on the same thing because the obsession, the jealousy of she's black, why her? Because in the past, you got justice. You got justice. You didn't got justice. You want an empty victory because you want to still come after me. And I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. I'm not going to sitting there talking about this no more. But that does not mean that I'm gonna quit my spiritual practice. I'm not gonna sitting there and trapping my head because of your said so. Because the only thing is that, again, y'all letting the Four of Wands and everybody else, the church, the everything else and stuff like that, letting y'all into purgatory and stuff. Good luck in that. And you know, you can do whatever you got to do. But as for me stuff, I'm not quitting, defending myself or protected myself, and I'm not going to go anywhere because my spiritual, y'all don't have any control over my life. Because if, again, if there was a court and stuff like that, they say, well, we're gonna making sure that, you know, the King of Swords, which is the King of Swords, which is the judge, he was supposed to sitting, he was supposed to be like, you know, but he's, instead of telling them that to stop, they continue this BS and stuff. So thank you guys. It is a fight. I thought the fight was supposed to be over. I know there's a lot of people, you know, that spoke the truth about this. There's a lot of people that spoke the truth. But once again, in this world, if you don't have no money, if we cannot bribe you, if we cannot, excuse me. Oh, that was a message that's come out. If we don't have no money to bribe you, you are nobody. If we're not gonna be shaking phone with you to say that, we're gonna go sing kumbaya in hell together, you know. But I'm an earth angel. At the end of the day, you're gonna owe me for the rest of your life. So peace out. Bye. Thank you guys so much that listening.